there is a amazingly mystic story about the flute. And some of the people say that everything Krishna held or Krishna touched. And to me, again, some of these mystic stories are really, whatever we have in our life, do we see divine? Do we see something greater than just a stick or a cup or a tea or a food? It's actually bringing that divine divinity or these truly amazing concepts in every aspect of your life and your being and your possessions and your material living. So this is a story about actually how he got the flute. Now Krishna, now I'm talking when he was very young little boy, and one of the day he saw another boy in Brindavan. He was playing around and having fun with the bamboo flute. And Krishna felt so drawn and he felt like, I must have a flute too. So he started to look around for a bamboo stick, or he wanted to get a proper flute. Now in this search on the banks of the river Yamuna, that's where the Vrindavan, this place where Krishna grew up was, there is this amazing sort of extended plant or the bush of the bamboo tree or the bamboo plant, and he has many sticks, and if you look at the bamboo, it just grows tall, and sort of people see actually bamboo as a one of the tree, the plant which holds so much pride in its own existence. This is again, it's a mystical way we look at the trees or the plants which actually have this sense of humbleness. As we say, the fruit trees are most humble compared to any other trees. So when they have the fruits, their branches sort of bending downward. So people like you and me can reach and pick the fruits and enjoy eat them. So sort of seeing that the tree, the fruit tree, the vriksha as the sense of humbleness, kindness in and then the bamboo, obviously you all know that it just stick just grows up. Okay, it does not really have the bend over, the humbleness or all that. So the bamboo in the Indian mystical concepts is used as a symbol of pride and holding upright, always being upright, never bending down. Now on this river Yamuna, there is this yeah, amazing bush of the bamboo, and it has hundreds and hundreds of sticks, as in the story goes, and some of them are thin, some of them are big, and people will come and pick them, cut them as and when they need it. Out of those sticks, it says that the bamboo plant has one stick that was growing, but it has that somehow learned even into the tree form, into the bamboo form, to have this bhakti for the divine. And then this stick, as it was growing, it's kind of surrendered itself to the divine, the cosmic aspect. And they say instead of growing upward, it bent downward, and it sort of expressed that humbleness. And people say that for many years, people came by and no one ever picked or cut that bending downward stick of the bamboo. And when Krishna came here, as a baby, he was looking for a perfect stick for his flute. And the minute he showed it, he in the story it says the Krishna had the tears in his eyes. He was like, wow, I would have never expected a tree, a plant to be so humble and waiting for me to pick it up for the ideal cause. So Krishna picked up that bamboo stick, and the story goes on that he gradually used that stick to make his flute that he played for all the time, really, until he was teenage when he left Vrindavan for Mathura. Now this flute, he was so famous for Krishna. So when he was leaving Vrindavan, and the Akura, he's one of his, so the messenger of the king, he came to get him. And obviously, he was destined, that was his one of the man, really the purpose to fulfill in that incarnation, to kill this demon Kamsa, to free the humanity, free people who were suffering under his torture. So as he was leaving, again on the way, Radha, his beloved, his darling, his lover, she came on the path and she said, "Oh, how can you leave me here?" And obviously the dialogue goes on. There is a whole another scripture on bhakti, and then the prem, the another aspect of yoga, which we're not going to go in now. But as he was about to leave, then Radha said, "You must leave something with me." So Krishna, he actually left his flute, and he said, "Look, Radha, I actually made this flute, and I learned how to play, and I played the flute only because of your love, your bhakti for me. And now, as I'm leaving you here, I don't need the flute." And he left the flute with Radha. So that was the last time he played the flute. And again, I guess his next part of his story was more of really becoming a prince, and then becoming the king, and establishing the politics, and the dharma, the righteous way to govern and lead people. So I thought I will share a bit of story about the flute, just to something to think. So to me, the message in the story is we all should try to become a flute. We also try to become the most beautiful instruments of the divine. And in that way, obviously, each thing Krishna had, his peacock feather and everything actually has a mystical story behind it. It's just amazing to think. And again, it's amazing lesson for us all to take. If a bamboo stick can become the instrument that can be used by the divine, why not you and me? While we got the human consciousness, we got the senses, we got the intelligence, we got ability to think, ability to choose, and we all do have ability to do amazingly good things to help other people, to help ourselves.